Well, I decided to pull cards on old case, Jack the Ripper. Now, what I got is really, yeah, something kind of different. First thing I pulled was forensic science field will provide clues. Now, I don't know if they still can get any kind of forensic stuff because it was so long ago, if they even have anything there that they could test. But what I got was weightless. When he committed these things, it released some burden for this guy. And that he either had a Jekyll and Hyde personality, but also he saw women as this double thing. On one side, on the pedestal type thing, and the other as really kind of demonic, kind of. And I think it during that time was expected to be married. There was a contract that was difficult for him. Now, what I got at the center of it all is this was somebody that was out of the area. Caution, out of the area. I don't think he lived in Whitechapel area. Was driven by lust. Okay. He had been abused and neglected as a child. A theft, and I think the theft means just that he was not what he appeared to be. Now, like this looks like an upstanding man, but it was a mask. That he was about this abuse and through cutting, okay? So somebody that did not live in Whitechapel, that was wanted to dominate, driven by lust, and as a child was abused and neglected. Now we'll get more into that as we go. So going into it, we have, this is a false person that of course was lying about his integrity. So it looked like somebody that they would have seen as a person of integrity, but was not that. The thief say less about balance, trying to juggle these things, and the message that was being put out by this person. And what we have was club. Now, club in this sense, I think that as a child, we have child and club, he was abused. And I think that he got this message rapidly, and this was shedding light on it, and it was about going within. So I think that this man that did this, I have a feeling that either he was sexually abused, or that his mother wound up, while being this paragon of virtue, was either having affairs or was prostituting or something to do with that nature that really affected him. Also, the challenges about the courtships at that time, looking deeper into it, also is connected with his work, that he was able to get away with this. And again, we come up with the mother and the different views that came out of his relationship with his mother. And I think that this is a telling thing. Again, we had the mature woman that had a lot to do with his direction. Okay, he saw her as high above about the direction, and I think that this is the telling part here. What he struggled with was his sexual identity. And we know as back in that time, that would have been just really crazy, trying to, have those feelings and then not being able to live that life, okay? So we have the president stuff, and this caused him to commit the murders. So the feeling is, this is a person, did not live in Whitechapel area. He struggled with his sexuality. He had this thing with women that either they were on a pedestal or they were demonic. And I think a lot of it had to stem with his upbringing, that he was abused as a child. And this, I think some of this happened when, of course, when he's going through puberty and everything. When you have those things that happen during that time, it can affect your views on sexual relations, etc. So, and again, that when he committed these murders, they gave him a sense of weightlessness, let go of some of that burden for a time. So I think that these had to do with getting back at his mother. He saw his mother as a saw his mother and these women that he eviscerated, that he was getting back at the abuse that he suffered. And because I'm sure that, perhaps his mother was again putting out terrible things about being gay, etc. So he was either sexually abused, had some conflicting feelings about his sexuality. Committing these murders were a release for him, and I think he was eviscerating them like he felt like he was eviscerated, okay? And that this is, again, his sexuality and stuff was something he was struggling with. So that's what I'm getting, and I don't know, let me know what you think. This is definitely a different read on this than I've seen anywhere else. But the more I pulled the cards, the more that's what it felt like was coming out. He felt eviscerated by his mother, whatever happened, or older woman that I think was either sexually abusing him or caused him confusion about his sexuality, etc. And so, I just keep getting that feeling. He eviscerated them like the way he felt that he had been eviscerated. Okay? So thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think of this read, and I'll see you online.